going on, my peeps? Your boy Versatile is back with another video. And yes, it's been a year since that bad boy, slight bad boy we should say, Pixel 2 dropped. Let's take a look and see how the Pixel 2 has held up. Is it still worth the purchase today? We're about to dive into that. Right before we do though, make sure you guys ignite that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and share this video everywhere you can. Who's even thinking about copping that Pixel 2? Now, without further ado, let's jump into the video. The first subject that we're talking about is software. I think we're all aware, those who are pretty much, I think we all pretty much know about the woes Google suffered and went through with this dear here Pixel 2. Now, this is a custom sticker I have on it. I believe it was from Slick Wraps, I think. If not, Dbrand Skin. This little G logo. Yes, the woes that this Pixel 2 had last year was a bunch of bugs. The microphone playing, hissing and whatnot, especially when you're on phone calls. The screen on the Pixel 2 XL. And then both of them in general having Bluetooth issues. It's been over a year now. Google has done their due diligence in updating and upgrading the software. Has a lot of those bug fixes been accomplished or been fixed? Have they been squashed? I would say yes. Most of them have. Now, I think I just had a defective Pixel 2 unit. But throughout the course of updates and, of course, Android Pie, it definitely helped this guy chug along and still be able to be usable. I know when I use certain things, the battery drains, but in terms of software, it has definitely lived up to the hype as far as being a Google device, getting that pure Android experience, and being able to still get timely updates in terms of like the security updates, getting them first day of the month, second, maybe third. One thing I will advise you guys is if you are still signed into the beta program and you're not running any beta software, make sure you exit out of that beta program so that way you can get the software updates as soon as possible. Because for some reason when you're in the beta program, you don't actually get the updates as fast as you would not being in a beta. So, even though you may not be testing or nothing's in beta form right now, just still being signed up for the beta program delays your ability to get timely security updates for your Pixel device. So definitely thought I'd throw that out there. And since I did that, months and months ago, I've been able to get timely updates ever since. Even with my Essential phone, I was getting updates like that. Not to, try to throw that plug out there. Essential phone. But as far as software, solid device. Android Pie, solid. Now, it did seem like it was more directed towards like how we use our phone, but Android Pie still was a much needed update that kind of helped with battery improvements overall, with I believe improvements to doze and stuff like that. Digital well-being was cool. I don't use it now because I don't use my Pixel 2 like that. And then when I first got it, I kind of did. It's kind of cool to see like the notifications that come through, how many times I might pick up my phone, but at the end of the day, I'm not on my phone like that, so digital well-being for me, no big deal. I can stay out of the oasis, because I'm not on my phone like that, so I don't need digital well-being. With that being said, I do appreciate being able to see my screen on time and all that type of stuff as far as in terms of the battery, which segue into the battery. Now, the battery on standby might last I want to say maybe 3 days, 4 if you just don't touch it at all. If you do use it, make sure you charge it by like the end of that second day because it might be dead. When I've used it, I really only use it to shoot my videos. Right now I'm using my XR to shoot this video. But when I shoot videos with this, of course the battery's going to drain because I'm using the camera. And when I take pictures with my Pixel 2, it drains the camera, which is crazy. So I don't know if it's just, again, my unit, or that's just a general thing that's happened over the course of a year. Your battery degrades anyway with how many times you charge it. So I believe that might be part of it, but it's not a big deal where you can't use the phone functionally throughout the year. And of course, if you're buying a new Pixel 2, you won't have to worry about that because it's a new Pixel 2. So you won't have to worry about battery woes quite yet. But in terms of a year later, battery holding up, yeah, it holds up for the most part. I don't use it as my daily driver anymore. So you know, what I see is what I get. It's not a big deal as far as battery life. Now, the segment I think we've all can pretty much in unison agree upon is the camera. How has the camera held up for the Pixel 2? Astounding, astonishing, amazing, spectacular, extravagant. So many words we could say about the camera of the Pixel devices, specifically with the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 3, and with that custom chip that they have, you know, being able to improve HDR for the photos and videos. This thing is a marvel. You know, you can still use this phone a year later. It still stacks up. It still holds well in comparison to 2018's phones, and even I'm sure 2019. Pixel 3, of course, it's newer, just came out a few months ago. Of course, that stacks up well. Matter of fact, with the Pixel 3, that and the 10R actually tied for like being the best in terms of single camera module. So that's something to take note of, and no doubt this guy's right behind Big Brother Pixel 3 in the Pixel 2. Now, like I said, it drains battery taking pictures, and oftentimes it's more or less taking like portrait mode because it's doing a lot of processing. And I do like that they added depth control within the settings. So when you want to go in and edit your pictures, you can change the depth of field on your pictures. So Google's definitely done a good job of keeping up with the usability of the camera and being able to alter your pictures via software within the settings. So in terms of camera, amazing. Now you guys hear the audio that comes out of this device. Not bad. I mean, I try to use an external mic. I believe you might be able to use it with the updated camera app on the Google Pixel 2 now. I'm honestly not 100% sure because the sound doesn't sound that much different between my Pixel 2 and my shotgun mic that I have, my little Video Mic Me Pro that I have. So I can't quite tell when you're recording video from the Pixel 2, but it's not bad. So you don't have to worry about that. I know the Pixel 3 had issues with audio, but the Pixel 2, not so much. Now, as far as hissing and all that, all those bugs, I didn't really have issues like that. And if they were, and I heard they were fixed for the most part, so you won't have to worry about phone calls and you hear a slight hissing. Maybe your unit, once you updated it, you know, you won't have those issues either. You might out of the box. Unless, and of course, they kind of changed the manufacturer around a little bit. I know they kind of did for the Pixel 2 XL in terms of the displays. But as far as the Pixel 2, no issues with the screen. Good screen. Looks amazing. Of course, I don't like how small the screen is. These bezels are ridiculous. It is what it is. It still functions. And when I get to hold it like this, because I usually have it in that Rinky clear case or my Spigen case. So I don't get to feel the phone like that, but I forgot how good it feels in the hand because it's so compact. It feels very good. It reminds me of like the smaller like Xperia phones that Sony would launch alongside the bigger phone when they launched like the mini one. That's what this kind of reminds me of. It's like a 5-inch display, which isn't bad, but you know, it's good. Now, one thing I forgot to mention in the software segment is like the gestures. They could do a little, you know, improvement. Oh, they did a little bit there, you know, as far as swiping up and down. And no doubt with Android Q, we might see more of that in terms of gesture navigation throughout the software. So definitely look forward to that if that is, in fact, something that will be along with Android Q. But again, as far as the Pixel 2, amazing. It's been good. The Google integration, being able to use all the apps fluently with this, good. Or fluidly, I should say. Now, hardware. In terms of hardware, how's it held up? Well, I've had a skin on it since I've had the phone. I finally recently took it off, and that skin got really sticky on it. And maybe it was just because I had it on it for a long time. But when I took it off, clean. I got a couple dings. You might be able to see them right there, like little white. You might be able to see them. Sorry about how I got my lighting going on in here. Maybe you can kind of see. There's a ding right there, ding right there. Maybe you can see those. But outside of that, no issues. If you look at the glass, you should be able to see from the reflection, it's clean. Haven't had no issues there. I do have like my skin still on my camera module just so that doesn't bust or anything. But again, it's in a case, and the cases I have kind of give that lip protection. So no issues there. The selfie camera works well, works good. Just a solid phone. So if you are considering buying this phone, I can definitely say it's still worth the grab. Unfortunately, I don't think the price has dropped on it. In terms of Google dropping the price, I don't think they've dropped the price on it. I think it does hover around like $600. just for the smaller Pixel 2. Of course, I'll throw my Amazon links in the description below to see if I can find it any cheaper on Amazon. But always, you know, if you definitely looking out for deals and whatnot, I think Google might do like $100 off here or there. I know they were running that promo like a month ago, 2 months ago. So definitely be on the lookout for something like that. If they are still running promos, or Verizon, of course, since that was the single carrier that was carrying the Google Pixel phones, and they still are, I believe, with the Pixel 3. Look for them to try to have some deals, buy one get one half off, or you know, buy one get one free. I really hope that Google expands their carriers, because if they come to T-Mobile, best believe them. I mean, I really appreciate it. I really like my 10R, but I mean Google, Android, that's me. You know what I'm saying? I gotta miss it. I gotta miss it. Alright, so overall, Pixel 2, solid phone, solid experience. You know, if you haven't tried a Google Pixel out, or a Google device out yet, even if you hadn't even tried a Nexus device out, I know I didn't get to try a Nexus device out, but definitely, as far as the Pixel line, solid. Of course, they're going through their slight little QA woes and little mishaps here and there. They're growing, you know. This is like what, their 3rd year actually producing their own phones, and they've been in transition with hardware teams and whatnot to really come down with a solid, you know, blueprint for their phone. So definitely be on the lookout for the Pixel 4 to be solid at the end of this, towards the end of this year. But definitely, if you want to pick up a Pixel 2, by all means. Of course, you know, if you got a couple extra bucks, of course, and you want to just get the Pixel 3, I don't blame you. I don't blame you. The Pixel 3, even the smaller one, I might actually get, just because you get a 5.5 inch and the bezels are shrunk down, and I heard it still feels good in the hand. So again, Versatile signs off on the Pixel 2. That's it for this video. Hope you guys appreciate it. Hope you guys enjoyed it. We're gonna have a giveaway on this channel. Of course, all giveaways start out, you know what I'm saying, and they work their way up. So definitely, I appreciate the patience you guys have had with me and the channel growing, our community growing, and just continue to be on the lookout for things to continue to evolve and improve and get bigger as we get bigger. So again, Versatile appreciates it. Talking in 3rd person, I don't even know why. I'm tired. But your boy Versatile signing out. And until the next video, I might have to rock you a day or so as my daily drive. Wait for it.